So while I was brainstorming for what to do with today's video, I talked to my brothers and asked them, do you guys have any crazy Subway stories that you'd want to share? And nonchalantly, my brother goes, do you know who that UFC champion is that beat Conor McGregor? And I'm like, Khabib Nurmagomedov? And he's like, yeah, back in 2011, he actually came to our store and applied for a job at Subway and asked my dad if he could rent out an apartment. And I'm like, what? Dude, how did it take 10 years for you to tell me this story? This should have been the first story that I put on my YouTube ever. So back in 2011, Khabib and his family moved from Dagestan to the United States, and they actually moved to my area. I already knew that because they trained at the dojo right near my house. But apparently their first week moving here, they were looking for jobs to fill the void, and they needed a place to stay. And my brother said at the time Khabib looked like a very frail little kid. That's definitely not true now, and if Khabib heard me say that, I'm sorry, Khabib, you are not a frail little kid. You're probably one of the greatest fighters of all time. So basically, him and his family came into my Subway and asked if they could get jobs and if they could get an apartment, because his dad started talking to my dad and they knew that my dad rented out apartments. Unfortunately, at the time, we weren't hiring at Subway because it was a really slow time. I mean, like, we already had too many employees and the store wasn't doing too well just because it was the winter, and my dad didn't have any apartments. If I could go back in time, I would slap some sense into my dad and say, do you know who this man is? But my brother actually made a Facebook status about it when it happened. I thought it was pretty funny. So he said 3 guys just walked into the Subway and said they were from Dagestan and said they were going to be UFC fighters. They then said they wanted jobs at the store. So do I hire them? Yes, you hire them. This is a UFC. Oh my God, yes. It's kind of sad. I mean, imagine Khabib started working at Subway and he never went to the UFC and just ate cookies all day. Maybe it's a good thing he didn't hire him, or he would have started wrestling the customers. But yeah, once again, Khabib actually trained at the dojo right by my house, which is a pretty cool thing too. And I've had a couple of my friends tell me that he walked into the pizza place that they worked at and ordered pizza. So Khabib, if you're still out there, I would love to give you that job offer once again. We would love to have you working at my Subway behind the counter. I'm sure you'd make a killer sandwich, and I'm sure you could even kill the sandwich. So if you're interested, send location. Thank you guys for watching this video. Stay positive, stay beautiful, and remember, eat fresh.